Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Wow, there are a lot of you here. Wow. Okay. So thank you all for coming out. It's great to see an amazing turnout. We couldn't do this without your support, so greatly appreciate it. I'm sure all of you have had the chance to actually read some of those facts right by the dinner table, and you probably knew many of those facts before even walking in. But the one thing that these facts tell us is that the education crisis in Pakistan is worse than we all think. I mean, whatever you think of the crisis there, it is 10 times worse. And the one thing these facts tell us is just, the fact that 26 countries are poorer than Pakistan, yet send more kids to school, just shows you how bad the situation is there. It just shows you how much we all need to help. While we wait for stores to open in Chicago, for example, or some restaurant close by, these kids are going through sleepless nights, crying, hoping a school opens close by so they don't have to live the life they're living right now. Just imagine for a second what that feels like, just for 1 second. To know that you can do it, to know that you have what it takes, but to never be given the chance. Think about that for a second. We have 10 million child laborers in Pakistan, and they're on the streets and struggling to survive. They go through this pain every day, and then they have to live with the prospect that they may never be anything more than they are today. So, the situation there is just downright horrible. We spoke to this little boy that was making bricks through mud. I mean, that's his job. He uses mud to make bricks, and he spends 10-hour days working in 100-degree plus heat. And we were starting the school right next to where he lived, and it takes some time to open school. So he begged us to speed up the process because he said that he did not want his little brother and little sister to go through life that he went through. He did not want them to wake up every day and go through the pain that he had gone through. And you cannot even begin to imagine how heartbreaking the conditions are there. You have kids sitting on stones, studying for exams. I mean, you have them sitting by wastewater, learning concepts. The classrooms are so claustrophobic. I mean, like tiny classrooms. The teachers don't show up. There's no water. There's no electricity. There's 20,000 schools that are shelterless, so they sit in the heat or freezing cold during the winter. So these kids, they've been through a lot, and that shows you resilience, that they show up every day to school with a smile on their face despite going through all of this. And that's exactly what DIL is doing. DIL is building top-notch facilities. We have libraries, we have computer labs. We have a very strong curriculum. Something so basic, like for example, if you want to teach a kid to count to 4, instead of showing him 4 basketballs, we show him 4 cricket balls, right? And that's just something that we're familiar with. So the curriculum is customized to their background. It's something they can relate to, so they learn that. And the teachers at DIL, they go through rigorous training programs. And we have them go through 2-3 months of 2-3 months of training in Islamabad. And so, they're high-quality teachers, and they maintain a very high standard of teaching to make sure that the classes have a very supportive environment. And so, one more thing that DIL is doing is talking to local community leaders about the value of education. One thing that we need to change there is the mentality. Now, I'm not going to say that the majority of villages do not support education. They do. There are many that want their kids to learn. But there are some villages and some families that don't want their kids to learn. Take, for example, Saima. She's this young teenage girl, and she works for a middle-class family. And when they found out that she'd never been to school, they decided to take it upon themselves to teach her every single night. And when Saima's mother found out, she begged and pleaded with the family to stop teaching her. And you won't believe the reason she gave. She said that, if Saima starts to learn more, she is going to be more confident, she's going to speak her mind, and she may be smarter than her future husband, so her life's going to be ruined and no one's going to want to marry her. This was the reason that was given, and this is exactly what DIL is fighting to. And the only way to do that is to keep building schools, to keep building, you can hear me? All right. To keep building schools and, just send more children. Do you know what the leading cause of death among young teenage girls is worldwide? Not violence, it's not disease, it's complications from pregnancy, because these girls are forced into super young marriages, marrying guys that are 3-4 times their age. And so we need to stop that. We need to establish schools so that these girls can have a life and they can be who they want to be. you want them to look forward to more than marrying someone that's in their grandfather's age, and you don't want that to happen. These kids, I mean, they have a tremendous desire to learn. We've had board